This form of an equation is called slope-intercept form. And we're going to be doing a lot of work with it, but right away we're just going to kind of get into it and we're going to graph with it, and then we'll really come back and start to think about why it's constructed this way, why it looks like this, what real life situations we can model with this. But let's start with this. This is the y-intercept. This is where the line meets the y-axis. Okay, so remember, like, this is our graph, right? That's the y-axis right there. So if I have a line like this, that is the y-intercept, where the line meets the y-axis. Okay, this right here, this is the slope. Okay, the slope is how the line is slanted. So the slope tells us, is it slanted this way? Is it slanted this way? Is it slanted really steep, like a steep, steep hill, or not so steep, right? And here's what we know about slope, and you've already seen this. Slope is rise over run. Slope is rise over run in terms of how the line is slanting. So let's take a look at a couple equations to see what does this actually mean. Okay, so first, in this equation, this is y equals, look, I can even write it underneath, y equals mx plus b. Okay, so the slope is always represented by the letter m. So the slope in this case is 2/3. Okay, the y-intercept is always represented by the letter b. In this case, the y-intercept is -7. Now remember, slope is rise over run. So in this case, when I go to graph the line, I need to know what's the rise, what's the run. And the rise, slope is rise over run. So the rise is 2 and the run is 3. Okay. In this equation, the slope, right, this again is y equals mx plus b. The slope is represented by the letter m, and that slope is -3. The y-intercept is represented by the letter b. It's +4. Now this one, this is in a fraction. So how do I get rise over run here? What you'll see and what we'll talk about in a little bit is that what we do is we say, oh, you know what? -3 is the same as -3 divided by 1, right? Those are the same number. So I can make it into a fraction by putting it over 1. So in this case, my rise would be -3 and my run would be 1. Okay? You're going to practice this first, just the basic structure of the equation, and you'll come back here for the next video.